Yeah, she's just entered into the class. Please turn on your cameras. Again, repeating, Basil Bashir, Ashish Bini, Muhammad Irfan. Turn on your cameras, please. There. Okay. So, welcome back to our economics class, session number 1 today. And today, we want to complete 2 topics there. Before that, just want to brush up the things that what we learned in the last session there. So, various steps and measures that are taken by the government. Okay, nearly 1950s to support the farmers, right? What are they? Can anyone tell me what are the policies that are taken by the government or used by the government to support the farmers? What are they? Can anyone?
Land reforms.
Land reforms, very good.
Land ceiling.
Land Ceiling Act, again. Introduction of what? Anila Mohan, tell me.
Green revolution.
Answer is not clear. Okay, it is introduction of a high yielding variety of seeds, right? High yielding variety of seeds and assistance from the laboratories. Okay, assistance from the research centers. Clear? That all helped the farmers to produce more. Okay, produce more. And we are, okay, come back. Now we are starting with the Green Revolution. The Green Revolution, the next topic for us. Okay, so at independence, about 75% of country's population was dependent on agriculture, as we know already, right? Nearly 75% of the people. Productivity in the agriculture sector was very low because of use of old technology and absence of required infrastructure for the vast majority of farmers. So the farmers used old technology or old method to cultivate. So productivity also very low. Nearly out of 100, 75% basically they are directly or indirectly participating in the agricultural activity to earn a living. Okay, so India's agriculture widely depend on the monsoon rainfall. We already discussed that, right? Monsoon is necessary. Okay, Indian agriculture otherwise termed as what? The gambling on monsoon. If monsoon is not that good, the farmers will face problem to produce the product. Okay, the stagnation in agriculture during the colonial rule, and we discussed, okay, our agricultural production or agriculture sector that becomes stagnated because of the colonial rule termed as commercialization of agriculture. And they didn't provide any adequate help for the development of Indian agriculture. That also led to the problem of or problem called the stagnation of Indian agriculture. So it was permanently broken by the Green Revolution. So this kind of problems that was broken by the Green Revolution. So it's a revolution, it's a change in the field of agricultural production. Okay, in the field of agricultural production. So revolution means a change. Okay, a sudden change here in the field of agricultural production. Okay, so this refers to the large increase in the production of food grains resulting from the use of high yielding variety of seeds. Okay, we know that. Okay, so we discussed that what is the high yielding variety of seeds, and these seeds are able to produce more product within a short period of time. And in the first the states of, we can say, Punjab, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu used that technique. Later, almost all the states started using the high-yielding variety of seeds with fertilizers, insecticides, pesticides, and more irrigation. Okay. Next, okay, we studied about that made the farmers to sell their product in the market. Okay. Basically, the farmers produce the product for their self-consumption. After the Green Revolution, that created a situation for the farmers. The Green Revolution made the farmers to sell the surplus product in the market. So they are able to produce more. Okay, a good proportion of the rice and wheat produced during the Green Revolution period was sold by the farmers in the market. As a result, the price of food grains declined related to other items of consumption. Clear? The low-income groups who spend a large percentage of their income on food benefited from this decline in relative prices. So price of goods, commodities decreased in the market because the price of grains decreased due to the Green Revolution. So the poorer section of the people started enjoying from this particular situation. They benefited from the situation. While the nation had immensely benefited from the green revolution, the technology involved was not free from risk. Okay, so the country is benefited from the green revolution. Our food production increased, price of the commodities decreased, and we achieved self-sufficiency in food supply. Clear or not? Or a good stock is there with us, good buffer stock is there with us. Okay, food grains are there with us. But the green revolution that created some problems also, some risks are there. What are they? One such risk was the possibility that it would increase the disparities between the small and the big farmers we discussed earlier, right? Okay, the green revolution that can create disparities, a gap between the rich and the poor farmers, because the poor farmers, they are unable to utilize these techniques because there is no money with them. Clear? Only the rich farmers can do that, so the rich farmers can become richer and richer. That is a problem, but government took some measures to solve that problem also. Clear? Okay, how it is. Okay, you can see here, fortunately these fears did not come true because of the steps taken by the government. The government provided loans at a low interest rate for small farmers. So to help or support the small farmers, the government provided loans for them. Okay, credit for them, so the small farmers use this credit and they cultivated, and the problem of the large disparity between, or huge disparity between the rich farmers and small farmers, it is reduced. Since the small farmers could obtain the required inputs, the output on small farmers equaled the output of large farms in the course of time. So the output that created by the large farmers that turned almost equal to the output that created by the small farmers, only with the help of the government. Okay, clear or not? Okay, and at the same time, you should note that the green revolution would have favored the rich farmers only if the state did not play an extensive role in ensuring that the small farmers also gain from the new technology. So the rich farmers are able to gain more when or if the state government is not interfering or not supporting the small farmers. Okay, clear or not? So that's what the the green revolution for we people. That's an important question for us. Write on the question. Write a brief note on the green revolution and its effects effects on Indian agriculture. You already wrote, I think so. Wrote or not? Okay, please check that. Okay. So next, a particular situation that we are going to discuss here, subsidies. Okay, the debate over subsidies. Subsidies means what is subsidies, or what are subsidies? Any idea? What are subsidies? So that's a important technique that using by the government to support the people. Clear? Clear? Okay, how it is, how the subsidy will work. Example, market price for a commodity, just imagine it is rupees 100. What is that? Market price. Market price, it is 100 rupees for one product. Okay, term product A. Product A. Clear or not? The producer of this particular product A is able to create profit by selling the product in the market for a rupees 100. Is that clear? Is that idea clear? Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Can you see the screen? Hello? Okay, can you see the screen now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the producer of the product A is able to create a profit only by selling the product for 100 rupees in the market. Okay, but the people, they are unable to purchase this product. I mean, the poor people unable to purchase this product for 100 rupees because there is no money with them. Financial crisis is there. Okay, so what will happen? The government will give 30 rupees to the company directly. All right, just imagine. Clear? Company directly for one unit of such product. So the company can sell the product for
Sir,
70
we
rupees
can't
in the
hear your
market.
voice.
Hello? Can you hear me now? Hello? 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 Repeating, hello? Okay, fine. So Shubham, please check your Okay, Annette, thank you. Okay, fine. Shubham, please check your connection. Shubham. Okay, so the company can sell it, or the producer can sell it in the market for 70 rupees. Clear or not? Okay, so basically the company got 70, the price that he's going to sell that in the market, plus 30 already received from the government is equal to 100. So it is a profitable business for him, right? Clear or not? So the common man want to pay 70 rupees for 1 unit of such product from the market, to purchase from the market. Is that idea clear? Okay, so what is the subsidy here? 30% is the subsidy. It's a 100 rupees product. That's what I am using the term. 30% is the subsidy. Clear? Clear. Okay, various products are available in the market like this with a subsidized product. I mean, subsidized price. Okay, which means a particular percentage of that product's amount will pay by the government. Will pay by the government. Clear? Government will take the risk. Government will take the risk for creating welfare in the society. Welfare in the society. People don't want to use more money to purchase the product. They're basically the poor people. They also want to develop, right? So government is providing things for a subsidized price. Subsidized price. Okay. If you're going to ration shops, you will come to know that what is a subsidy, right? Clear or not? There are different colored ration cards are there. You ever went to ration shop? Anyone? I'm not asking to girls, boys. Muhammad Irfan says that regularly. Muhammad Irfan, it is the duty of the boys, right? Father or mother will say to our boys only, right? Go to the ration shop. Anyway, girls don't know. Sarah Daniel Kumar, anytime? Not even for one time? I can't hear you, Sharat.
No, sir.
Yes, sir. Sharatwin. Tomlin George?
Yes, sir.
Yes, very good. Hey, Muhammad Irfan?
Yes.
Yes. Karthik?
No, sir.
Karthik? Yes. Amal? Okay, there's no connection with Amal. I think I can hear him. Okay, anyway, so almost all the boys know that. So if you're going there, we are able to find there are different colored cards are there. Yellow color card, the blue color card, a pink color card, a white color card, right? Right? Provision for these cards are different. Clear or not? Clear or not? Okay, the yellow color card owners will get a number of things from the ration shop there for a very cheap price or for free. Clear? It's called to be Antyodaya cards. Antyodaya cards. Next one, the pink color card is termed as the BPL card, below poverty line card, right? They are also able to get some goods from the ration shops with the subsidized price there. Okay, a blue color card, the quantity is lesser than the pink color. White color card, very limited item only they will able to purchase from the ration shops. Then also they have to pay money for it. Clear? Yes or no? Subsidized price for different income groups. Different income groups. If you are going to a supplyco shop in Kerala, supplyco shop, you know supplyco shop. Previously, we'll use a term that Maveli store. All right. Okay. Maveli store. There also you are able to purchase the product for a subsidized price. Subsidized price. Okay. So we are paying a percentage of that product price, and the balance will pay by the government. Clear or not? Pay in the sense they will make the arrangement. Clear? So that's called to be subsidy. Is that good? Good. Tell me, is that good for the people? The subsidies are good for the people, for the poorer sections. Tell me anyone. No answers with you. The subsidies are good or not? No answers at all. You don't have any ideas with you. No answers with you. Tell me, the subsidies are good or not? Grishma Joshi, the subsidies are good or not? Grishma?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Grishma says it is yes. Okay. And the subsidies are allocating for everyone. Is that good or not? If you are giving a pink color card to Ambani to purchase subsidized ration from the ration shop, is that good or not? That's what I'm asking. No. Okay, we are providing this yellow color card to a financially well settled group of people. Is that good or not? Tell me. Huh? Is that good or not? No answers from you again. Think and say. Is that good?
No, sir.
No, sir. Why? They don't want that subsidy, right? They financially, they are sound and they are able to purchase the things without the subsidy also because their income is high, clear. So that's what the debate here. What is the debate here? Is it good or bad? Okay. Is that a liability to the government? The subsidies are liability to the government? Liability. What do you mean liability? It's a burden. They're a burden for the government. Tell me. Yes, listen, speak something. The subsidies are creating a liability or a burden to the government or not? Pavitra, tell me, Pavitra. Pavitra. Pavitra, camera becomes stuck, I think so. I can't hear. Elvina?
No.
Hello? It's not a liability to the government. Listen, government want to pay a huge amount, right? Yes or no? So it's a liability or not? Think and say, Elvina. Again, one more time. To create welfare in the society, government wanted to pay for our items or other things that what we are purchasing. Is that creating any liability or not?
Yes.
Yes, it will create a liability. It will create a burden for the government. So a debate is there, a discussion is there. This thing is good or not? What? Subsidies are good or not? Okay, now we are going to discuss about that. Subsidies. Okay, so debate over subsidies. The economic justification of subsidies in agriculture is at present a hotly debated question. It's a very important question today. Subsidies are necessary or not? It is generally agreed that it was necessary to use subsidies to provide an incentive for adoption of the new HYV technology by farmers in general and small farmers in particular. So here, at the time of 1950s, 1960s, and 1970s, we are discussing about that period, 50s, 60s, and 70s. Okay, okay, particularly between 60s and 70s. Okay, that time they discussed. Okay, subsidies are good for whom? For the small farmers, subsidies are good because they are able to purchase the high yielding variety of seeds with a subsidized price. Okay, market price they are unable to pay, so government providing this product for these poor farmers for subsidized price, so it is good for them. Okay, any new technology will be looked upon as being risky by farmers. Subsidies were therefore needed to encourage farmers to test the new technology. Okay, the importance of subsidy. Okay, so if any new technology is available in the market, okay, basically sometimes the farmers are of in a fear. This technology, if you are using, so it will create some problem for us, right or not? Clear or not? It will create any problem for us or not? That is the question. So if subsidies are there, the risk will reduce. Okay, the farmers' risk will reduce. So farmers will ready to use that new technology. Okay, so related with the COVID vaccine also like that only, right? Number of people they are not ready to take that or accept that vaccination. So what the government did? What the government did? Tell me. It's a general question for you people. A number of people today we know that they are not that much interested to receive the vaccination. Clear? Number of people are there in our society. They're not ready. They says that we don't want any vaccination or vaccines. Okay, clear or not? But government is doing something to make sure that everyone is vaccinated. What is that method? What is that method? Tell me, any idea? No idea.
Certain government provides free vaccine
Government
for the
provide the
people.
vaccine.
Free vaccines for
Yeah,
certain
that's
group
it.
of people.
Freely available, right or not? You don't want to pay for it. Okay. And in the private sector, you have to pay only 250 rupees for it. Clear or not? So cost of that vaccination is reduced in the public sector and is entirely free in the public sector, right? Clear or not? So that's the technique. And we know that a number of images or photographs that was posted on different social medias and newspapers that different political leaders they are getting vaccines, okay, or vaccination photographs of that leaders or celebrities, like that various methods the government is using to give vaccination for almost all the people in the country there. Okay, let it be. So that's kind of a thing basically the government is using as a subsidy to attract people to use new technology or attract the farmers to use a new technology. Okay, some economists believe that when the technology is found profitable and is widely adopted, subsidy should be phased out since their purpose has been served. So economists or the governments, they're thinking that, what they're thinking, the farmers came to know or farmers found the use of this technology is profitable for them. Okay, the technology that what we're using, what they're using with the subsidy is profitable for them, then the government can stop subsidy, because again and again the farmers will use the same because it is profitable for them. It is not creating any trouble for them, clear or not? So they will use it. Okay, so economist says that after knowing that the technology is profitable for the farmers, the government can stop the subsidy. Okay, here subsidy means a subsidy on the price of the high yielding variety of seeds, subsidy on the price of fertilizers, subsidy on the price of what we can say insecticides and pesticides or machines. Further, subsidies are meant to benefit the farmers, but a substantial amount of fertilizer subsidy also benefits the fertilizer industry. Okay, so subsidies create benefit for the farmers, at the same time fertilizer industry also, because number of farmers purchasing these fertilizers from the industries, so industries also will develop, right? So subsidies are able to develop the industry, I mean the fertilizer industry, and the same time the subsidies are able to develop the agricultural production in the country. Is that idea clear? Yes or no, guys? Okay, fine. And among farmers, the subsidy largely benefits the farmers in the more prosperous regions. Okay, so here is the question. Okay, the farmers, they are prosperous, they are already rich, and the subsidy created more profit to them. Clear? Okay, for the prosperous region. Therefore, it is argued that there is no case of continuing with the fertilizer subsidy. So, government decided we want to stop the fertilizer subsidy. It does not benefit the target group and it is a huge burden for the government finances. Okay, so government decided we are giving this fertilizer subsidy, only the rich farmers are benefited from that. It is not giving any benefit for the poor farmers, so government stopped it. Not only that, this kind of subsidy is creating more financial burden for the government. Government want to pay for it, clear? Understand? So government want to pay the subsidy amount, so it is creating a financial burden for the government. So government is trying to stop that. On the other hand, some believe that the government should continue with agriculture subsidies because farming in India continue to be a risky business. At the same time, number of other economists, they argued that the government want to continue the subsidy. Why? Because the Indian agriculture is a risky business, it seems. Okay, already we know that it's a gambling on monsoon, gambling on monsoon. So some economists believed that it is a risky business. So we want to continue the, what we can say, the subsidies to support the Indian farmers. Okay. Most farmers are very poor and they will not be able to afford the required inputs without subsidies. Another argument, number of farmers in our country, they are very poor farmers. So they are unable to purchase the product without the subsidy. They are unable to purchase the high yielding variety of seeds or the inputs like the fertilizers or insecticides without subsidy. So subsidies are necessary, it seems. Eliminating subsidies will increase the inequality between rich and poor farmers and violate the goal of equality. It is the comment of some economists, those who are supporting what? Subsidy. So I had two questions. What are the supporting and opposing arguments? What are the supporting and opposing arguments on subsidies? I mean, agricultural subsidies. What are the supporting and opposing arguments on agricultural subsidies? Agricultural subsidies. Okay. Eliminating subsidies will increase the inequality between the rich and poor farmers and violate the goal of equity. Okay. Violate the goal of equity. So, if subsidies are not there, the rich farmers will become richer and richer. So, it will create economical inequality. And it is against the goal of equity by the 5-year plans. These experts argue that if subsidies are largely benefiting the fertilizer industry and big farmers, the correct policy is not to abolish subsidies, but to take steps to ensure that only the poor farmers enjoy the benefits. And that is the conclusion. What is that? Finally, the government decided that, okay, it is not a solution to stop the subsidies completely because it will create a problem for the poor farmers. And if continuing the subsidy, it will create more benefit for the fertilizer industry and the big farmers. It will create economical inequality in the country. So what they decided, we will continue the subsidy, but will provide only for whom? Only for whom?
Poor farmers.
Poor farmers. That's what I told in the beginning. The ration card system. Clear or not? Clear or not? Okay, the subsidies will provide only for the poor farmers. Poor farmers, right? Is that idea clear? Okay, so AAY card or a pink color card or a BPL card is not necessary for a Ambani or Adani because they don't want that. Okay, such kind of assistance is not necessary for such kind of people. Clear? Understand? So rich people don't want such kind of assistance. Today we know that. Okay, there's an issues going on in our state of Kerala. What is that? There are a number of people are there. Their card is considering as a BPL card, but they have Benz car, BMW car, like you people, right? Huh? Right. And have a what card? A BPL card. And we'll go to ration shops and we'll get all those things for a cheaper price. Okay. So what are you thinking? Is that good or bad? What are you thinking? Is that good or bad? Tell me first. No answers from you. Why you people are not interacting? So last year, okay, I want to complete the portions. So every time we will not go that much time for interaction. Clear or not? And it is not like that this year. Okay, interactions are necessary. You have to convey your ideas, your attitude. You can speak. No problem. No problem at all. Okay, you can speak. Clear. So is that good or not? No answers it. No answers, right? Today, because of the subsidies, there's a problem with the government. Today, in the newspaper, we read that. We, in the sense, I read that myself. Okay, newspaper, right? So that is allergy for you people, right? Okay, that with newspaper. So that's it. What is that? Nearly 3,000 crore rupees. The Kerala government is going to borrow from the Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank of India. How much? 3,000 crore rupees. Why this money? To give salaries and pensions for the people or employees in the country. I mean, the state of Kerala. Clear? For 5.4 percentage of interest. Okay. One loan of 1,000 rupees, 1,000 crore Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sorry for the inconvenience. It's a technical error here. Okay, so subsidies that are creating problem for the government also. It is a extra burden for the government. That's what we discussed. So there's two arguments are there. One argument is in support of uh, people. They are supporting the subsidies. Some are opposing. Okay, but the conclusion is what is that we have to provide, or the government wanted to provide the subsidies, but not for everyone, only for the needy people or for the poor people. That is the conclusion. Okay. So just write down the question. Okay. What are the supporting and opposing view or argument related with the subsidies? Okay. At the time of Green Revolution. At the time of a Green Revolution. Okay. Thus, by the late 1960s, Indian agricultural productivity had increased sufficiently to enable the country to be self-sufficient in food grains. This is an achievement to be proud of. On the negative side, some 65% of the country's population continued to be employed in agriculture even at late as 1919. Okay, so 1960s, because of the Green Revolution and that various programs, including the subsidies by the government, what happened? Agricultural productivity of our country, it is increased. Okay, it's a proud moment. It was a proud moment for all the Indians. What is that? Our agricultural productivity increased, but the same time, the negative side is still at that time, nearly 65% of people continued in the agriculture sector for their livelihood, right? Clear or not? Nearly up to 1990, nearly 65% of people continued in the agriculture sector for their livelihood. So economists have found that as a nation become more prosperous and proportion of GDP contributed by agriculture as well as the proportion of population working in the sector declines considerably in India between 1950 and 1990. The proportion of GDP contributed by agriculture declined significantly, but not the population depending on it. Okay. So what is the problem? Gross domestic product. The proportion or the contribution from the agriculture sector, it is started declining, reducing. Okay. Agriculture and its GDP contribution moved down, reduced. But employment or people, those who are working in agriculture sector, that is moved upward, increased. Clear or not? Number of people working in the agriculture sector is increasing, but the productivity from the agriculture sector is not that much increasing. Okay, that was the problem we faced. Okay, so 67.5% in 1950 to 64%, sorry, 64.9% per by 1960. There is no much differences. Clear or not? Clear or not? There is no much differences. We know that only this is the percentage, but the number of the people increased, right? Right or not? Population increased. So this is just a percentage only. Percentage only. Okay. So the agriculture productivity is increasing, but it's a what we can say. It is contribution to the GDP is not that much, but the number of workers, those working in this sector, is increasing. Why was it? Sorry, why was such a large proportion of the population engaged in agriculture? Although agriculture output could have growth with much less people working in the sector. Okay, we know that if a less number of people working in the sector also, that sector is able to produce more, produce the same. In the class 10, we discussed or studied one particular thing in the chapter money and credit. Okay, sorry, sectors in the economy. What is that? What is that? Disguised unemployment or underemployment. You know that? You know that what is the disguised unemployment or underemployment? What is that?
More people are engaged in a job than the needed persons.
Yeah. More number of people are engaged in the activity than the required number. Clear or not? Clear or not? Actually speaking, so the extra labor, it is not productive. Productivity is zero. Productivity is 0. For example, okay. So again, productivity is, sorry, 1 minute. 1 minute, guys. We'll continue now. Hello, can you hear me? Okay, so productivity is it is 0. Okay, for the extra labor, there, right? So 1 acre of land. Okay, there are okay, 1 acre of land. There are 8 members from one family working in that field. Okay, clear or not? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so observe here. So how many of them working there? 8 of them working. 8 of them working. Okay. The productivity from this field is 200 kilogram. Okay. For 6 months. Okay. 6 months. Clear or not? Okay. Because of some family problem, 2 of them moved away from the house. Okay, move away from the house. But the next season also they produced 600 kilogram. Okay, 200 kilogram for the next 2 months. So, where is the work of these 2 people? What they did there earlier? Is that necessary? Okay, the people also already worked there, but that is what disguised unemployment only. Okay, actually the work of these 2 people, that is not necessary. It was not necessary there. Clear or not? Okay, the 6 members alone able to produce that 200 kilogram. Clear or not? So this situation is termed as what? Disguised unemployment. Okay, disguised unemployment. So India, this is happens always. Okay, almost all the farmers, total their family members will engage in the agricultural activity. But okay, we can consider some of their work as disguised unemployment. A person, those who have some job, but not as per his ability and potential. Or more number of people engaged in a productive activity, actually their physical input is not necessary there. Clear? Clear or not? Okay, such situation. Okay. The answer is that the industrial sector and the service sector did not absorb the people working in the agriculture sector. Many economists call this an important failure of our policies followed during 1950 and 1990. Okay. Not only that, another problem, our industrial sector and our service sector is not developed. Clear or not? At that time, up to 1990, we can say our industrial sector and the service sectors, it is not that much developed. So these 2 sectors are unable to absorb the workers from primary sector. I mean the agriculture sector. So that also created a problem. Clear? Clear or not? So because of that, number of people they worked in the agricultural sector. Clear? Okay, so the situation is disguised unemployment. Then also people are forced to work in the agriculture sector because there is no industries are there, or there is no service sector is developed to absorb the workers from the primary sector. Okay, guys, their ideas are clear or not? Hello, can you hear me?
So,
Okay, so 2 minutes for you people. Okay, take 5 minutes just to read the things what we discussed so far. Any doubt, means ask me now itself first. So 2-3 questions you wrote already. Just check the answers too. Okay, everyone. Hope the things are clear. So read the portion that what we discussed today properly and understand the conditions there. Okay, the most important question that what we discussed, the subsidies. Okay, the argument on subsidies and how these subsidies are helped the poor farmers to develop, and why the number of farmers are not decreasing, or number of people those who engaged in agriculture sector is not decreased. Okay, clear or not? Number of people are working, that is too high, but the productivity from the agriculture sector is not much. Okay, the contribution from the agriculture sector to the GDP is comparatively lesser than the other sectors. Why it is so? Okay, so such kind of questions are there. So you just read it and analyze that idea and write the notes. Okay, answer the questions and send that to me by or on or before the next class. Clear or not? Okay, so it's time to wind up. Political science students, class is there today. Okay, remember, don't skip that. Okay, so we will meet in the next class, everyone. Thank you.